Hi, I'm Stu. Welcome back to another LumaFusion video tutorial. Probably one of the first tricks you will learn as an editor is to reverse video footage. And why not? It's fun. And with a little bit of creative thought, you can make some really cool storytelling moments. So in this video tutorial, we're going to apply the Tenet effect, if you want to call it that, and play with time. Let's get started. When it comes to choosing a video clip, it really comes down to what you want to do with it. What you want to have in the video clip is movement. I've got this stock clip of Tao's Pueblo, and you can see if I just scrub through it, we've got the gentleman walking backwards and also a little bit of the lady in the very corner of another lady just walking out into frame from the corner. Obviously when this is set up normally, they're obviously all walking out of frame. Now when it comes to reversing footage in LumaFusion, it has to make a copy of the footage. And I've got a hack for that that's going to come up in the future video tutorial, so look out for that. So I've set this up to reverse and I've confirmed the speed to 0.96 so that it's at 24 frames a second because it was shot at 25 frames a second. We've then got our time lapse of the clouds, which you can see are not cut out. And then from there, we've also got our Chromakey layer, which hides the fact that the clouds didn't actually exist in the video in the first place. And then one final selling point is a Chromakey of birds flying, which again is stock. We'll look at that in a little while. So let's just disable these. And the first thing we want to be able to do is to make an individual Chromakey cell that allows you to cut out the mountains and the building away from the sky so that you can then Chromakey it. Now in this particular clip, it doesn't really matter where I take my screen grab or screenshot from, so you can just basically pick anywhere, but it might well be that there is movement within your video clip that you wouldn't want to pick and you want a cleaner area. It just so happens the sky is very blue in this scene, so it's going to be quite easy to turn into a Chromakey cell. All I'm going to do is just pick a spot and then do a quick snapshot. That'll then save the photos, and we're then going to go in and open that up in my favourite photo editor for iPad, which is ArtStudio Pro. I'm going to choose my Magic Wand tool and I'm setting things up so that the tolerance is 32, which is pretty much the kind of default in Photoshop, and I've got my add to selection chosen already. So we just tap once and then you can see because it's a relatively clean blue sky, it's picked everything up. It has missed this little bit up here in the corner, and all I really need to do is then just tap again and just clean up the selection so that the whole thing has been picked up. Now you could, if you needed to, feather the edge slightly, but I want quite a crisp edge. And then all I want to do is go to Edit, Color Fill, and I've already got a Chroma Key color picked. If you wanted to see how to do that, then you tap on More Settings, choose your color from here, and then just select from the color wheel. It's as easy as that. Tap the tick, you can do a keyboard shortcut to do Command D to get rid of the selection. If that's it done, is go File, Quick Export, export it as a PNG or a JPEG, it really doesn't matter. And we're then going to use this back in LumaFusion as our Chroma Key. Now that we're back in LumaFusion and I've placed the Chroma Key cell, below that we've now got our time lapse, the clouds, lovely white fluffy clouds, and then obviously below that we've got our original layer. So the first thing we're going to have to do is obviously apply the Chroma Key effect. So I'm just going to go into Color and Effects, go to Keys, and then tap on Green Screen. Now all I'm going to do is just have a little bit of blur edge and just play with the suppression, and that looks pretty good. I think I can see a little bit. See if we can just erode things a little bit more. Yeah, that looks quite good. Quite happy with that. So that's the key sorted out. Then as you can see, we don't see an awful lot of the clouds. So we're going to move down to the fluffy white clouds and we're going to go into Frame and Fit. And then I'm just going to slide everything up a little bit. Turn a bit there. Come back out of that. And then we can check if everything's working. And then the last thing you want to do is to be able to activate the original layer. So again, we go back into our Chromakey cell, back into frame and fit, and this time we're going to use the cropping option at the bottom, and we're going to bring it up. And all I'm doing is bring it up to a point where there's no other movement. So literally from the top of the little building at the bottom part of the frame into the mountains, there's very little going on. And then if we play things through, you can see we've got the clouds going one way, we've got the subjects going the other way, so that in itself is giving a juxtaposition, and it looks pretty cool. Now I'm just checking out that chroma. I'm going to just tidy it up a little bit, because just see the white on the edge of the building just around about here. So back into my keyer, and erosion distance. I'm going to sharpen things up a little bit as well. Sometimes you don't want a blurry edge. That looks a lot more natural. There we go. And there is the overall effect that you're kind of looking for. And in the final part, we're going to add some Chromakey birds, which is just a stock clip, but we're going to manipulate that as well. Just to wrap things up, I've got this final layer. Now this is, if we go into our keyer, a Chromakey of birds flying by. It's a Storyblocks piece of stock footage, and it's okay, it does the job. We go back out. So as with the Chromakey cell, I keyed it out, and the other thing that I did was reverse the footage. So when it's actually playing, the birds are not actually flying forwards, although it is quite difficult to tell, but they are flying backwards. And down here we've got the audio that matches up to that clip. And again, this is just a piece of stock audio. And the other thing that I've done with this is I've reversed the audio. So if we go into speed and reverse, you'll see reverse is ticked down here. And then when we play it through, you'll hear the birds actually are going backwards physically and in the audio as well. Meanwhile, the clouds are still going forwards and the people are going backwards. After that, I added a crowd sound, and then just to increase the ambience a little bit more, 4 seconds of wind noise. If we tap on that and play the whole thing together, this is what it looks like. And there you go. That's how we can play with time as a video editor in LumaFusion. It's as simple as that, or as complicated as that, however you like it to be. Hope you've enjoyed this video tutorial. I will see you on the next one.
If you like the video, then give it a thumbs up, as it really helps the channel. Don't forget to subscribe for more video tutorials every week, and ring the bell to get notified of when Stu has uploaded a new video tutorial. You have been watching. I am Stu. See you later.